You have to do it your way. Which brings me to the first big demand I'm going to make of you, which I won't make, of course, till after the children have gone out. And that is that it seems to me we have two curricula, or curriculums, whatever you say here. One curriculum we try to teach because we agree to do the best we can for the educational system we find ourselves teaching in. Now that curricula in England would include things like history, geography, science, biology, mathematics, numeracy, language of all sorts and so on. Now that is the curriculum I try to teach. But it is not the real curriculum in my classroom, and it's not the real curriculum in your classroom. The real curriculum in our classrooms is that which we cannot help teaching. And so it seems to me the fundamental thing we have to come to terms with first, and I'd like us to share this a bit, is what do you, and I say you now because obviously it means each one of us, what do you teach no matter what you think you are teaching? Because that is where it all joins up. It seems to me giving language, making language to define those things that you could no more not teach than fly is the fundamental centre of a teacher's peace and a teacher's growth. Now, some days I can clarify these very, very clearly. Some days I find I can't clarify them very well at all. But by slow, painful inch, it seems to me if you take the trouble to winkle them out and find appropriate language that suits you, to get a hold of them every time, very clearly, you are forever off that awful hobby horse of terror in teaching, that I don't know what to do here, or I don't know why that lesson was so awful, or deep in your heart you know that failed utterly, but you can't puzzle out why. And the more difficult your class is, the more you need this enormous security. It's not less painful, but what it gives you is a measurement. It gives you a detachment to say, I already know why something will have gone wrong, because I know me, and I don't have to wonder over that. And if anybody's going to say that was a messy lesson, I'm going to say it first. And it needn't be painful. I can forgive myself for it, because I know why it was a messy lesson. Now, some of my drives may bring echoes in you. I have always had, and I can remember it when I was very, very young, and I mean 7-ish, I've always had this awareness, though not so ably to explain it, that all things must change. And therefore, you see, I prefer the used face, the used table, the marks of aging, to the new. Now, this means that I have to create a balance. I must not allow myself, when anything is shown to me, given to me, put in front of me, I must not be prejudiced against the unmarked, the immature, the unused. Does that make sense? Because every drive I have has its dark and its light side, you know. Anyway, that's one aspect I'd like you to look at this morning.